morning. It is March 25th, Monday, and we are quickly coming to the close of the first quarter of the year, and it has been a very busy year. This weekend and last week were no different. If you follow any of us on social media, any of the team, I haven't really posted much about it, but Melissa and Jennifer have. We have started the process of an addition to the gym, and the pad is poured. We expanded the ability to park some cars in the back, and moved a bunch of dirt. We had to excavate some dirt and grade for the pad, and that provided way more dirt than I thought we were going to get. So we're going to be able to park probably 4 or 5 additional cars in the back, which is exciting. And GL got a load of crush and run. We repaired the front end of our driveway, and he put gravel on everything. So after a couple weeks of driving on that, we should have a nice pack. And all that is very exciting. Ben and Eric, who train with us in the evening, are doing the retaining wall and some drainage work, and we should be good to go to start the process of whatever permit we've got to pull to frame it up. Now the goal is we'll definitely have a higher ceiling than we have in the leg area. For some of the taller guys, it's really tough to press overhead. There's some things I want to be able to do indoors if we can. Some of it may be cost prohibitive or simply, a code thing or a materials thing, but we're going to make it as tall as we can within reason and go from there. I don't have any timeline on when that's going to happen, but the process has started. So that's really exciting. And again, it's one of those things where, if you'd ever told me I would have these opportunities, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, I don't have a big commercial gym, and nor do I want that. I have a private gym for a reason, and we've worked really hard to create a culture there of people that want to be there and want to train. And it's not just about being a national or world champion. It's just the people that want to work to be their best, whatever that may be. You may never want to compete, and that's okay. Or you may only want to compete at the local level. That's okay too. But there's such a broad mix of people from different cultures. But what we've learned is that when people have kind of a common goal, and there's the bond of a general ideal of what everybody's trying to achieve, what's different about us doesn't really come into play. What comes into play is what we have in common and what our endeavors are. And it's really simple, and that's just to become better. And hopefully there's some takeaway, from all that for everybody that comes there. Anyway, at the sake of being long-winded, I am eternally grateful. I'd love to tell you that this is all because of me, but that'd be a lie. There's a lot of people that have been very generous with their time, with their money even. And you got to give the big nod to the big guy upstairs. I know that his hand is in this as well, and and hopefully there's a lot of takeaway where people feel supported, where they feel cared about, whatever the case may be, and that hopefully the gym is not just a recreational thing, but that there's bigger takeaway that follows them, throughout their daily lives, and that when it needs to be, that it is sanctuary or a place of comfort, in a place of belonging. That's always been my goal, and we we seem to be achieving that. That does not mean we're going to work any less hard. I can tell you, we are working very, very hard, not only to make this happen, but to make all the right decisions with the space. And, not only that it continues to provide what has been provided, but that we can expand a few things that we do, and that is my hope. So it's exciting. It's a little nerve-wracking for me. I get very stressed out and nervous about things because I want it to be as right as it can be. It is a little hardcore gym, and it's a little rough around the edges, and it's not always pristine, but we continue as a team to produce some really, really great strength athletes, and wrestlers and things of that nature, and just people that want to be better. So, I'm very blessed, and I just feel like I should, in my message, make sure that everyone understands how grateful, that I am. I don't deserve this. While I've worked very hard, there's a lot of people out there that work equally as hard and probably harder, and I never want people to look at our gym and compare it and feel like it's inferior or a point of comparison. I made the decision, to do what I've done, and I've made the time and the financial commitment, and made it a priority. Your priorities may be different. I have people that train with us that also train at their home gyms, and, it doesn't matter that, they have a 2-car garage and half of it is gym. It does not make it any less viable. And, so I'm hoping that, folks like that feel like they're getting knowledge that's very useful and taking them to a new level, and then, and learning to maximize everything that they have at their disposal, in their own homes. Because you can take a power rack in about 25 square feet, and with an adjustable bench and some plates and dumbbells, you can get really, really strong, and we've seen that. So while we've got a lot of bells and whistles and toys and some really cool things, I don't want people to ever compare. I want them to be inspired, that, hey, because if I can do it, then anybody can do it. The only thing that is special about me is that I just simply made the decision to do it. I made it a priority. I didn't go out and buy a house and then gut the bottom floor and overnight build a gym. This has been the culmination of over 20 years of collecting equipment, of being given equipment, of people donating equipment, donating materials, donating time, donating money. I didn't do this all by myself, and I say this every time. Anybody can spend the money and build a building, and you can buy or lease the best current equipment. But what makes the gym is the people. What creates your culture is the people. I understand I facilitate that. I got that. But if nobody was there, there'd be nothing to facilitate. And so I'm keenly aware of the value of all that. And that's what makes the gym is the people. And that's what makes the team is the people. And we have worked really hard for people to overcome whatever it may be different and see, what's the same, and that we all support one another, love one another. There's no one that comes to that gym that can't come to my house, eat, drink, spend the night, whatever they need. And that's what I hope is the takeaway. So it's really exciting. There'll be some posts upcoming. I hope to know a timeline over the next couple of weeks, but I'm not making those decisions. I'm just paying the bill. So we'll see what happens. So keep following us, check it out, and now's as good a time as ever, to check out the gym and come by and see what you think, see if it's a fit for you, and there you have it. So thanks for listening. Everybody have a good day, have a good week.